Feel Good Wednesday.
Good morning, Zanele.
Morning.
To our power listeners in studio with us, we have the lovely Zanele Matome from Welo Health. Zanele, tell the Power family, who are you? Who is Zanele?
So, hi guys. I'm an entrepreneur. Like I started this journey at the age of 21.
Yeah, boo.
I'm now
you still look 21, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm now in my 40s, so I've lived this life. And in 2017, my company went under. I was doing mining and construction.
Okay.
2017, company went under. Lost everything, lost my house in Bryanston, had to pick up my kids, 3 of my kids, go back to Rustenburg and, went into depression, start from scratch. And when I was in that phase, I was like, you know what, when I go back to entrepreneurship, because this is what I love, when I go back, I don't want to be at the mercy of procurement managers. This one comes in, closes taps, etc., etc. I want to build something sustainable. I want to build something for the world, and I want to just build.
Yeah.
Then I came up on the tech industry. I was like, okay, tech industry can work because this is where you come up with an idea, you digitize it, and you take it to the world at scale. And then you are not at the mercy now of Tessa, who's now in procurement, Lerato is coming, etc. And since I had my last car that was not repossessed, which was a Corsa Skadonki. The BMs and the Mercedes-Benz, the bank started with that before the 7 million house in Bryanston. They took that first. So I was left with the Corsa Skadonki, got into a car accident with that Corsa, and insurance paid me 35,000 rands.
Right.
And I was like, yes. I'm going to San Francisco. I'm going to Silicon Valley.
You lie.
And that time, because in the good old, tender days, I used to attend Beyonce concerts in the US. So my 10-year visa was still okay. So everybody thought I was crazy, and I was like, Mama, just please take care of my kids. I'm going to San Francisco. I want to learn about tech.
So you went to the Silicon Valley
I was like,
to the
all
tech
or nothing.
capital.
Yes, I was like, let me go to the genesis of all. It's all or nothing. And they now, as I remember, I bought a flight ticket. It was for 14,000 at that time, and to San Francisco. And I was like, month 1, at least I'll be okay with Airbnb. So that time you are in San Francisco, which is here in the Sandton area. I'm there, go Fremont.
Yeah.
That's the cheap ones, but public transportation is easy in the US. I was like, I'm going to create my own incubator program,
Love it.
that I can learn about startups, I can learn about the tech industry, etc. So in the morning, I'll be in Palo Alto attending a free workshop at Stanford University. During the day, I'll be in Market Street attending a founder event, etc., etc. Then after month 1, then, money started to run out, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I booked my ticket for 3 months. I didn't know where the next 2 months goes I am, but I was like, I'm going there for 3 months.
Thing, yeah.
And then since, you start making friends and all of that, someone says, no, get an under-the-table job. And I was like, what is that? No, that's when you get paid in cash so that at least you can afford hostel accommodation.
Oh, wow.
And
so you were really like out there just hustling.
Hustling
Hustling it out. That is a
Moving
wonderful way
it was
to start,
the best
to
thing.
start this journey. And then you start Welo Health, which is this delivery service initially for health products, for medicine, and you're taking medicine to people's doors. And now you've grown that even into a bigger service where even health professionals can be connected to people via tech and actually enter into their homes. That's a wonderful, wonderful idea. You call it the Uber of health. Why did you think that was necessary?
That happened in 2020 during COVID, where we were like, okay, now we want to help people get medication delivered to their homes. Those times when we couldn't move. And the target market was really, people have medical insurance, etc. But the people who reached out to us was Lerato, who's at George Bukhari Hospital, who has to collect her medication and queue from 5 a.m. and leave in the afternoon. No work, no pay, etc. So then I started doing that. I started going to the hospitals and queuing at the first time.
No ways.
So that I can learn the whole value chain before now you build a tech platform, before you get investors in, etc.
Oh,
So
I
from
love
5 a.m. you queue, then you call Brajowa Scooter around Voma 10 a.m., 12 p.m. to say, hey, I have this 10 medicine deliveries. Please go and deliver to our clients. So that's how Welo started really in 2020. And from then on, we started working with corporates, where we had one of the biggest medical health insurers in the country giving us an opportunity now to do the same, but not only to deliver medicine, to deliver healthcare, where you would use gig nurses who are already working in government hospital, private healthcare. On their day off, they will go and see a patient. It will be a patient in Cape Town who needs wounds care, double amputee. It will be a patient in Northern Cape who needs blood collection, etc.
So you become the connector between
the last
healthcare
mile
provider.
Yes.
Fantastic.
The last mile health partner.
Zanele, what does that mean for pricing then? Because initially you had targeted those who have insurance, and then the Mpumis of the world took up the service. Who are you catering to, and what are the prices like?
Okay. So who we catering to currently is employers. So if you're an employer and you have blue collar workers, obviously they don't belong to this medical insurance companies, etc. So we get paid by the employer. You will say, I have 200 employees in my factory. I need them to get this service on a monthly service.
Gotcha.
We call it Welo Care. So we will now be paid by the employer, but still servicing Umpumi. And also the other target market is also the big companies like the mining houses that will call us. Now
got you.
we are now expanding into all SADC countries with one contract that we closed with the mining house.
That's wild.
So
amazing.
those are the ones. But now we're going back to our genesis, back to our Bompumi, Bolerato and all of that. So for them, we're starting to cater for them as from next month through our Hello Welo platform, where they will be able to pay 355 rands per month and get access to this service.
Lovely.
So I can even do for my auntie at home or my mom in Rustenburg, etc.
Yeah, such an inspiring story. And you spoke about your journey to Silicon Valley, right? And you're speaking now about expanding to the rest of the continent. What are some of the challenges that you guys face? Because I know in Silicon Valley, you come up with an idea. There are some seed funders that you'll find in that space. So you're able to scale up quicker in the United States, for example. But you find yourself in South Africa trying to expand to the rest of the continent. What are some of the things that you wish, the infrastructure that you wish that we had here that was going to enable you to scale up quicker than you are doing right now, which you are doing an incredible job, by the way?
Yeah, no, good point. Like when I was in San Francisco, you could literally get a 1 million pre-seed. We even call it pre-seed because now you are at idea stage, $1 million, etc. But in South Africa, we are risk averse. But the investment space is really coming up, but it's more risk averse at the moment. So how we got our fundraising, I was building in public, which is one of the things that I learned in San Francisco. I was building in public, then you will have investors reaching out to you. I remember our first angel investor was from Canada saying, hey, I want to invest 25,000 USD. What is your valuation? And we got another 25,000 D, another 100,000 USD. So most of our first backers were from US.
Gotcha.
People who said we back the jockey.
And
more than
in South
anything
Africa,
else.
that is so hard
Yeah.
to come by people who are just willing to back it, especially at that infancy stage.
Sis Zanele, I must say to you, nothing excites me. Nothing makes me want to swing on the chandeliers like I am now. To hear of a story of someone who falls, pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and start a company that is now operating not only nationally but also in 6 African countries. That is great stuff.
Thank you.
But I'm also intrigued by Welo. What's in the name?
So I took the name Wellness and played with it. I wanted a name that somebody from Ghana, from Kenya, from the rural US, from Soshanguve can be able to pronounce and remember, because we're building a global company from day zero. So that's where Welo came through, from Wellness.
I love it.
This is where you come in.
You have to give it that drum.
I
It's such an
love
incredible woman in
Zanele,
tech.
I'm a fan of entrepreneurs, especially in the South African context where so few people make it. And as Brother BK said, to have fallen and gotten up is an amazing feat. But to do it in such a short space of time, to pivot so dramatically from mining, is just an amazing story. And so thank you so much for inspiring us. This is our Feel Good Wednesday for a reason, for inspirational people's stories to be told. So thank you so much for joining us. That's Zanele Matome, the CEO, founder of Welo Wellness.